Clamor Luciferi is the third full-length album from Sardinian uh, psychedelic doom metal band 1782, who they definitely started out with a very particular sound influenced by Electric Wizard, and they took off right away. It was a very simple, very straightforward sound on their self-titled full-length, and it kind of blew up. They had this very specialized look to them. There was this very analog, fuzzed over, kind of evil doom metal feeling to it, and it still had the stoner appeal through the of the compositions. So it was all very alluring, and I think they got noticed really fast, and then decided, well, let's make everything better. Let's make everything bigger, and let's add a bassist, and we'll see where it goes. And what happened was their second full length was, well received, well liked. It For me, it leaned so much into traditional doom metal that it lost kind of the appeal of the original release, and it kind of changed style into something that was actually quite good, but actually done pretty often and not that special. So I kind of miss that sort of Saint Vitus influenced ghostly touch of that second album, now that they've basically switched back to their original sound with this one. So we'll get to a clip to see exactly what that means, and we'll go from there. So for this record, the vocals have rescinded into the background again. We've moved on to that sort of 2000s Electric Wizard sound design, which is a bit raw, a bit choked with fuzz, guitar effects, and the distortion has been applied to the bass guitar so that it all kind of clashes together much in the same way the first 1782 record did. And while this is a very welcome shift back to their original sound, it's not quite the exciting development that it kind of promised to be once I sort of took a closer look at the rest of their discography. And I found this record is just a little bit lacking in terms of adding to the personality, and it all seems like the idea was to keep it simple, to keep it very straightforward, and to basically make a record that sounds like Witch Cult Today. And I love that. I really love that record. I really like this record too, and I think that there's a lot of personality that goes into the first half of this record. And like a lot of psychedelic doom metal records lately, instrumentals are something that are quite overdone, and only seem to be filling out the length of releases so that they fit on vinyl quicker. So without as many vocals on these songs, the second half kind of falls a little bit flat, especially on earlier listens where I was expecting a bit much, more. So really I had to resign myself to the fact that it is pleasure listening. This is all quite a joy to listen to. I love the dark side of it. I love the sound design. I think they're just mumbling about demons and all this shit throughout. That's great. Actually, I'm really into that. And those things reach a certain quality where I can say this is a good record. And it's a record that I can recommend. But it really is just for the sake of having a good time with a good record, and not a great record that really transcends anything they've done before. It all reads a bit superficial, but it's still good, So take it that as you will. But I would still give it a moderately high recommendation, and you can sort of suss out some of those details in the written review, and yeah, go check it out yourself.